Hey, what's up? It's your girl Deya Direct, and welcome to Beyond the Studio. And I am here with the man all the way from the UK. What's up, Daley?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. So we're enjoying all your music. We
Uh,
know you've got a new album out. Tell us a little bit about it.
yes, new album's called Days and Nights.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I've been working on for the past 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really the next step, I think, in my journey. As an artist, I think the song people know me most for out here is "Alone Together," which was my previous single with Marsha Ambrosius.
It's beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
She's amazing, and
Yeah.
so this is kind of like the next step in the journey.
Mm-hmm.
Me kind of bringing essentially trying to bring together that soul that people know me for with some of my other influences and a slightly more futuristic, I guess, feel. And yeah, it's been an amazing journey.
Well, I want to talk to you a little bit about that soul. But before we do, for those who don't know, who aren't paying attention,
Yes.
who is Daley for real?
Who's Daley? Well, as you said, I'm from the UK, from Manchester in the UK, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm a singer-songwriter. Um, Kind of brought up on Prince and great vocalists like Shaka Khan and Donny Hathaway. So a lot of kind of old school, particularly American artists, but then also influenced by a lot of UK sounds. My mom and dad used to listen to Sade and Soul to Soul, and even some stuff that's slightly left. Like Radiohead and stuff like that. So yeah, I make soulful music, but I try and keep it to feel modern, of its time, and
Mm-hmm.
not feel too retro. And I'm here enjoying the States. Just finished a US tour. Well, we have the last show tonight in Dallas at
Mm.
Trees, which is just going to be amazing. And yeah,
So, what is it about black soul music in particular that seems to have so much influence over in the UK?
I get asked that a lot, and I don't know. I think I always put it down to I think for a long time, obviously R&B and soul, the birthplace of R&B and soul is the US,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and I think for a long time it was just kind of being received by Europe and the UK, and kind of not. They didn't really know what to do with it, but they knew they liked it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think as time's gone on and it's become a universal language, and obviously it's a feeling. I even go as far to say sometimes that I don't know if I agree with soul being a genre anymore, because I feel like it's a feeling. I definitely, when people ask me, why do you make soul music? For me, it's more just about where the music comes from. It's the relatability of the lyrics, it's the feeling that you put into the melody and the performance. So, yeah, I think the UK has always had an appreciation for it because it isn't from there, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
originally. And now I think people just know how to transmit that feeling.
So, a lot of your music deals with love and breakups and, matters of the heart.
Yes.
So let me ask you, when women usually break up with a guy, there's a lot of pain and suffering and wallowing. When men break up with women, or they're broken up with, whatever the case is, what kind of changes does a guy go through?
Um, I don't know. It must be similar. I mean, I think it's the way people deal with it, the way men and women might deal with it. I
Because it
think,
always seems like men get over it faster. That's why I'm
yeah,
asking.
yeah. Well, yeah. I guess maybe it's not traditionally, um, a man just wouldn't express exactly how he feels, in that way. I mean, I do in my music, so
Well, that's why I'm
I'm
asking.
I'm
Because
leaving no page
men,
unturned.
men don't necessarily emote. A lot of times they just keep busy and do stuff.
Mm.
But your music is so expressive. So let me be even more specific. When Daly has a breakup,
Yeah.
what kind of changes do you go through, and what do you do to get through it?
Well, I mean, for me, it's kind of the music is the therapy for me.
Mm.
Like I kind of sometimes I kind of bypass the need to actually talk to people about it because I write a song about it, which is you know kind of strange. Sometimes I'll write a song and people who know me very well be like, "Wow, what? When did you write that? When were you going through that? Or when did you write that?" But sometimes it's enough to just write. For me, it's enough to just write the song about it, and obviously, it's very productive for me to have a breakup.
Yes, and financially also, so beneficial. So now this new single that you have out.
Yes.
Is there a story behind it?
Yeah, definitely. Um, it's really it's me. I was sat there thinking what I wanted to write about, and at the moment, I'm really into this feeling that we are such a small piece of existence. Like the scale of the universe and everything that we're made of. From if you want to get into it, we're made of stars and all the particles that exist in the universe kind of exist within us. This
Hmm.
is just stay with me.
I'm
Yeah.
working with you. Come
Okay.
on.
Okay. So basically, there's a bigger scheme than
Hmm.
just what we go through on our day-to-day basis,
Hmm.
and I feel like that's the same way when you have a connection with someone, particularly if it just doesn't seem to work, on a day-to-day basis, you kind of don't get on, or it just doesn't work logistically, but you can't seem to forget about or get rid of that connection,
Hmm.
and sometimes you don't even need to act on it. You just need to know that you need to both know that it's still there,
Hmm.
and that's kind of what Look Up is about. It's basically saying that feeling is as constant as the stars, which it says in the song, and um, kind of just letting the person know that that's how I feel, and even if I don't see you for
Hmm.
a while, it's still going to be that way.
So just own the connection
Yes.
and the humanity of it all. That you're allowed to still feel it
Yes.
and acknowledge that it was something special.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you are something special,
Thank you.
and we are enjoying your journey and going on it with you.
Yeah, it's been amazing so
So
far.
thank you for going beyond the studio with us
Thank
today.
you. Thanks for having me.
I'm your girl, Deya Direct, and I'm right here with none other than Daley.